Do you ever look at your own stuff and only see the imperfections? Do you wonder if you'll ever be able to sell it because of those imperfections? And do those small imperfections prevent you from feeling content with what you've actually achieved? What if I tell you that you never have to feel like that again? There's actually a name for this thing, and it's called the creator's curse. The creator's curse is pretty simple. Everyone is a victim of it. It's when you look at what you've done and only see the imperfections in it. And most of the time, those imperfections aren't visible to anyone else than yourself. It is very similar to the imposter syndrome, which is doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. And the most annoying thing about it is that it's universal. Every creator feels the same thing. So what can we do about it?
Did you make this? This is awesome.
Thanks, but there's a small dent in the wood right there, and I don't think that's very good.
Dude, if you hadn't said anything, I wouldn't have seen it. You have the creator's curse.
The creator's what?
The creator's curse. Everyone has it. You're gonna have it your entire life, even if you improve your skills.
That sounds awful. Is there any cure for it though?
Of course.
Oh, good. I want to make a bench, and to be able to get better at making the bench, I want to make it repeatedly. So if I enjoy the design, I'll keep making it. That is, if anyone wants to buy it, ever. I'm not sure about that. So for the design, I went with something pretty simple. The bench consists of the leg assembly, 2 stretchers and a seat. I started by milling up my material. For this project, I am using some birch that I have had lying around for a while. I will need 2 longer pieces for the seat and the stretcher, and a couple of shorter pieces for the legs. To make the legs, I'm first doing a template in 10mm MDF on the CNC. That way I can use the flush trim bit on the router to get 4 perfectly equal legs. Now you might say I don't have a CNC. Well, that's a perfect segue into today's sponsor, PCBWay. PCBWay is mostly known for prototyping and manufacturing PCBs, but they also offer CNC milling and 3D printing. So, if you have a design you want milled or 3D printed, you can upload your CAD file to their website and have them make it and deliver it to you. They let you choose from different types of materials and colors, and you can even choose what surface finish you want. PCBWay has very fast delivery times, and for PCBs you can get them as fast as in 1 day. And with a 24-hour customer service, PCBWay is there to help you with your questions. In this case, making furniture, if you want to repeat the piece more than 1 time, you can order CNC milled acrylic that you can use multiple times as a template. There's a link to PCBWay in the description. Now back to the video. Sometimes I wonder what it actually takes to be able to sell the stuff I make, because even though I have made stuff in the past, I always tend to look at my own stuff with critical eyes. I see imperfections in everything I make. But I also see imperfections in what others make and sell, so I guess the limitation is with myself rather than with the product. But I've also realized that I rarely get to repeat projects, and repeating something would probably lead me closer to perfection than anything else. But practice won't remove the imperfections, it will only reduce them. There are some upsides to imperfections as well. You could see the imperfections as part of the beauty. If it looks machine-made, it usually lacks that soul that the imperfections give it. And we also have to remember that chances are that if you have a heartbeat, you're not perfect. So I guess what I'm saying is give yourself permission to make mistakes. Now, there will be quite some pressure on the stretchers, so I'm going to do a mortise and tenon for those. And for that I use my table saw and a tenoning jig with a flat tooth blade. For the mortise I'm using my CNC, and then I can use a chisel to clean up the holes. Once I had all my pieces cut to size and sanded, I could start attaching them together. For the leg assembly, I kind of wish that I had a Festool domino for this, but I don't. I'm using dowels instead, and that works just fine. To create a roundover on the seat, I used a roundover bit with the router. The bit is exactly half the thickness of the seat, in this case 15 millimeters. That will make the roundover exactly round when run on both sides. I finished the piece with Rubio cotton white after sanding it down thoroughly. So before I show you the finished piece, let's figure out this thing about the creator's curse. If you ever look at your projects and only see the imperfections, know that everyone does, but also look at your achievement and be proud. You've actually made something that, no matter what, is your legacy. Suck it up and keep making. Everyone feels the same way. Also, take a step back, or a couple of steps back, and look at your project like something you would see from a distance in a store. And the last trick up my sleeve is actually keeping some of the feedback you've gotten in some kind of document. That will help you remember what others told you. You can always go back and look at it and remember, and that will boost your self-esteem. And now, let's have a look at the final piece.